Good afternoon, guys. All right. Gold continues to fall. So we have some news coming out in what? Let me just refresh. Uh, Cyprian, good afternoon, buddy. How are you? I was just checking that I'd gone live because it was a bit quiet. Um, so let's take a look. Let's get rid of this morning's drawings. We can have a look at see what they were doing. Um, and the opportunities that presented themselves. So I think this was the last BPC trade we took, which was through here. I came out full TP just here. I didn't want to risk taking it any lower. So listen, right now, what I'm going to look at is um, we've dropped we've dropped what 26, probably $29 on the day. And now I just feel like the market is just starting to stabilize a little bit. I'm going to remove all drawings and then we'll go again. So let's go to the daily, see what we've seen. Um, Market came into strong daily resistance up at 34.30. We had a strong seller candle yesterday. Overnight in the Asian session, we got a small wick up, and then the markets pierced through yesterday's low and continued to sell off. 30 $30 down on the day, best part of. So now it's as I look left, I can see that we are coming into what was once resistance. Last time we came here, we just bust straight through it. So I don't suspect it to be an issue right now, but I will let price dictate that. Looking at the 4 hour, next support level is at 33.47, so a good $13 lower than where we currently sit. Go to the hourly. Now, that is a little bit different. So we can see support is here, and there was also support there. Now, what I want to do, and you can see how the market just kind of respected that area before it made its next move lower. So what I'm going to look at is how price will move in and around these key areas. Because if we get a bullish candle close back above this price point, I'm going to be interested in looking for a potential aggressive buy to take it back up as COMEX opens, to then look for a BPC trade to continue that move lower. Now you have to remember that right now markets are a little bit volatile on the basis that we've got positive news coming out of the tariffs with with US and Eurozone having they haven't agreed it, but the principles are there for a 15% tariff. Certain tariffs have been waived on aircrafts and different things like that. So that's why we've seen initially markets yesterday have a move higher and gold sold off significantly. Now, um, I am going to be seeing how this one pans out. Okay. Uh, Potentially, we could, if we get a close above this price point here, we see it on the 30-minute. We've got, let's have a look what range we've got. It looks smaller than it is, but we've got 75 pip range up to the next structure. So if we do get this kind of false break scenario, change of structure, then we've got an opportunity here. Now the DAX, I would sit tight for now because we've got, as you can see, let's get rid of uh, a lot of that news has come out, so I'll get rid of all the one that's come out, and we can keep it nice and condensed. There we go. So ECB rate announcement coming out in 9 minutes. Forecast is to hold at 2.15%. Um, Let me just get a little bit of music on because you guys have been super, super quiet and you're not talking to me. So there we go. Okay, radio's on in the background. So as I was saying, um, we'll wait to see what the news is and then we'll make a trading decision on the back of it. Um, Market sentiment, as you can see, since we hit the highs up here, has been to sell off. But as you can see, we've had that previously, and then where we got that move yesterday. Uh, ah, ah, Paddy, sorry, mate. Commentator's curse. So I'll be interested to see what losses you've taken. Maybe you can share them or tell me what trades, because I've not seen a lot to trade other than the ones that we called out this morning. Um, so yeah, if you can send me the ones that you've taken, um, like realistically, this looked nice, but there just wasn't enough room to trade it into support for me right now. So I'd be looking at this. If the news had come out, uh, you took sells this morning that when I went up the time frame weren't valid. So remember, uh, yeah, just remember that when you're not going to go up the time frame to validate the trade because the trade is going to come down. You do top down. So if it's not there now, you wouldn't go back up the time frame. The only way you go back up the time frame is if it's not clear on the lower time frame. So I apologize for the commentator's curse, Paddy. Um, yeah, glad it's part. I've been battered in the cage in front of thousands of people, so a couple of trading losses won't be that bad. Love it. Yeah. So that's the spirit, mate. That's the spirit. Crack on. Learning curve, and we go again. Um, but there's going to be no trades from me just yet. We're going to wait until at least ECB news at 1:15, or I don't like gold shorts at the minute. I would want to see a little bit of a pullback at least for a BPC trade. I'm more interested in the buys on gold at the minute. NASDAQ, let me wipe these off because that was from this morning. Okay, so we broke through resistance, so there's nothing to put on the daily. Daily support's down here, no point putting that on because the market's way away from it. 4 hour support is in here, and we can see the major resistance here based off the higher time frames. No need to change that. We'll adjust the lower support level. So right now, this is what we call our no trade range. Let's drop down to the 30. Okay, so 30 is looking quite nice and crisp. Let's go to the 15. Yeah, same here. So we are going to map this. So this is our no trade range for the NASDAQ right now. We're going to look for buys above 23,279. 23,279. Sells below 23,224. We should have unemployment data today. Um, Sorry guys, bear with me a second. Hi guys, sorry about that. Um, uh, Oops, sorry about that. And uh, okay, so we are gonna uh, ah okay. I'll come back to that one, Paddy. Thanks for the message. I'll have a look at that after the live stream. Um, right, what range do we have? So to the sell side, we have 88 pip range. Now, if we've got any new people to the stream, welcome. Um, we have major news at 1:30, 13:30. There we go. Uh, Any more questions coming in? Fire them in, guys. If you are here for the first time, welcome. We are price action traders. Focus on breakouts, false breakouts, continuation trades, and flips. Okay, that's it in a nutshell. Um, Focus on three markets: gold, DAX, and NASDAQ. You're not going to get over trading here. Um, Very, very disciplined approach. If you like boring and not sexy, you're in the right place. Sexy, if you want sexy and sizzle, get yourself to a casino. If you want boring and consistent, you're in the right house. So we're just sitting tight now. Mr. Armand, good afternoon, sir. So let's get rid of this now. This can go now. We can now. I don't think we'll get a chance to buy above this because if it is going to go, I think it'll go super, super fast. All right, the news is out. Let's see where it goes. 24,333. 24,333. And the EU have kept rates on hold. Did anyone get tagged into GJ? I'm not sure anyone was. Let's have a look. I see Taj is just. Let's have a look. What I don't see any opportunities really. I mean, look, if you're going to trade the breakout, candle closes above, wait for the wick down, you buy the highs. So you shouldn't have been triggered into that one. Taj, if you're online now, mate. There's all this is no trade range for me. Absolutely nada for me there. Uh, Taj, it was the buy stop from last night, I think. The spreads might have. Oh, what was it? End of day trade? Oh, shit. Yeah, spreads have got you, mate. Spreads have got you. This price hasn't even come anywhere. 10, 8. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So always have to be wary. Yeah, so Nolan was looking at that channel, wasn't he? We've seen the market. I think you should still be all right. If we are going to continue to see indexes have, let's say, some positive sentiment, yen will sell off, and we should see indexes push higher, which on the back of that should see pound yen push higher. Wonder if today's going to be like yesterday. We waited 80 minutes for a trade, and then we knocked it out of the park. So let's right, okay. 12 minutes. 12 minutes for unemployment data. Um, I think uh, if you so negative news here, I think will be positive for the index. Now, like I said, I'm always better if I don't think, but if we if we were to try and create a rhetoric about fundamentals and what's going on. So right now, obviously, too late, Powell. He's got rates too high according to Trump. He wants them 3 points lower. Hence all the uh, verbal verbal rallies going back and forth. Numbskull too late. He's going to be sacked. He's not going to be sacked. All that nonsense. So lower rates means higher equities, um, higher stock prices. People borrow more money. They will be using that to invest because money's cheap. It will promote business. People will start spending again, which will then have positive impacts on company revenue, company profits, which in turn means a healthier, happier share price. Indexes go up. So, bad news on the unemployment data should, in theory, give more pressure to Powell to lower rates. So this is where, sometimes when you look at fundamentals and then you try and create a story around it, is you can see bad data and it have a positive impact. You can see good data and it have a negative impact. So rather than trying to guess what the market is going to do, let's just wait for the data and then we trade afterwards. And that's if we get an opportunity. We might not get an opportunity. Just remember that there's nothing wrong with not trading. Um, how many of you would feel like you're doing something wrong if you go 24 hours without placing a trade? Now, don't forget, guys, there's 50% off on the annual membership. It finishes tomorrow. It will be the last day of the 50% off on the annual membership. If you're interested in that, drop me a message. Alternatively, I'm good over the weekend. Love it. Okay, what have we got? This is boring, boring, boring. So we had a couple of trades this morning in the live stream. We got a NASDAQ short and we got gold short for just shy. We've got 15 pips, 30 pips, and then stopped at about 20. So considering there's not been a lot to trade, we've done well. Um, this was if you where was it? So in here on the 15 minute, this was the trade we took, BPC trade. I closed all mine out as it came into this support level. Yes, I could have had more money out of it, but we look, you never know how far the market's going to go. So we also have to remember that we're in a strange um, period of time where um, we've got tariffs, we've got a bit of news coming out today. Anything can go on. So the best thing we can do is if we bank money, it's not going to do us any harm. So looking at gold now, my uh, did I delete everything off gold again? Okay, so I'm gonna look for buys above 3365.4. I think I'm gonna sit tight on the sells for now. What do we have? About 80 pips, was it? 85 pips. Right, guys, give me a heads up. How's your week been so far? Are we up? Are we down? How many trades have you taken? What's been your best market to trade this week? Good week, bad week? Let me know. Average week. So, for those of you that want to get onto some of the free channels, the free Telegram channel, you can do that in there. And the free Telegram channel it just has little bits of information, share the occasional chat. I'm only trading gold, need to start on the DAX and NAS. Hi, Kaylin. You've had an average week. Kaylin, I don't, you we have a 50% off on the annual membership, the VIP membership right now. It finishes tomorrow. I know you're a regular here, so I'm just gonna tell you you can't find um, the sale on anywhere, so it's not on the stand store. So if you are interested, you just have to message me. It finishes tomorrow night, guys. Finishes tomorrow night. Um, Will hit my target yesterday. Careful and cautious now. Look at that. He hit his target yesterday and he had those two winning trades on the live stream with us this morning. Man's getting greedy. There's no caution there. No caution. But yeah, if you hit your target yesterday, bud, then listen, I wouldn't say stop trading, but I'd just say just pick the best of the best. I mean, DAX looks good. I think we're going to see more downside on the DAX. But we have easy hourly looks nice for a pause and a continuation. Uh, we'll wait. 15 minutes for, not 15 minutes, 20 minutes for ECB press conference, which could, I mean, look, yeah, it could help your trade, but it could also hinder it. So just think of the explanation or the saying, I'd rather be a pilot on the floor wishing I was in the air than a pilot in the air wishing I was on the floor. It's much easier to solve a problem, i.e., oh, I missed that trade, right. Now I look for the next one, as opposed to, oh shit, I'm in this trade. How do I get out of it? What do I need to do? Because one thing that the human brain hates to do is close a losing trade. Human brain would rather see you move the stop loss because it doesn't have to inflict pain. Yeah? So the things that you have to be good at are counter your intuition. So your subconscious is telling you, right, let's move the stop loss away, then we don't take a loss, and maybe the market will turn in our favor. So you have to go against all natural things, which is, right, I have to close this trade even though it's losing. Stop losses are great because if you're not there watching it, it just does it for you. You don't have to pull the trigger. I don't know, maybe it's a little bit like when you're a kid and pulling the plaster off. You don't want to pull the plaster off, so you want to do it off fast, or you get someone else to do it. Trading, always look at the market. If the market is giving you something that you don't want to see, kill the trade. You can always go back in. You can always give the trade a second opportunity if it reverses and goes back in the direction, right? So just remember that. Um, yeah. Uh, right. Who else have we got in today? Where are we registering from today? I know we've got Manchester. I know we've got Nottingham. I know we've got London. I think that's another Manchester. We've got South Yorkshire, London. Who else is? Where else are you in from, guys? Let me know where you're from. Midlands. Hi, Sahel. How you doing? West Midlands. Nice. Uh, uh, don't, Mr. Buckley. Good morning to you, sir, and good afternoon from here. Maidstone. So we've got Kent. We've got Bermuda. Pleasure, a pleasure. You know, these are the things. And how is the sun today, Mr. Buckley? Is it shining? Is it blue skies? Is the wind breezing? Cyprian, hi, buddy. Yeah, I know Cyprian's London. Got a slight. It's raining. Oh, well, I suppose that'll get rid of the mugginess for you, and then you might just get a little bit of sand stuck on your feet then today. Shame. Well, okay, so guys, listen, this is right now. This is the. If you weren't in the live stream yesterday, don't be jealous. Oh, I am so jealous. So, and I don't mind admitting it. Do not mind admitting it one little bit. So, for those of you that weren't in the live stream yesterday, it was probably the most boring live stream that I've held. The markets did not move at all. 79 minutes in, we got a setup. 79 minutes in, we got a setup. We took it, 30 pips banked. 2 minutes later, we got another setup, 15 pips banked, done, stream ended. So, what's the point of me telling you that? Sometimes you just have to sit through the crap. You just have to sit here and be patient. And one of the guys in the stream said, one shot, boom. And I just said, yeah, that's sniper style. So what do we mean by that is, imagine you got one bullet every day. You got one bullet and you got to come home with some prey, with something that you've caught. So you got one bullet. If you don't, you don't eat. So when you look at the charts, you want the markets to come to you. So that means when you map out the chart, as we've done here, as we've mapped out the chart, and I've said, right, I'm buying above here, I'm selling below here. Now, we have to remember this is the DAX and there's big news out in 12 minutes. Um, we just wait for that to happen. And until that happens, we do nothing. We zone off the area we're not going to trade. So I know between here, unless something changed over the next hour, then potentially we could look to trade from this range if it changes slightly, if the price action's there. So we have a few things that we can do, guys, in terms of what to do when we're not trading. So what would you say is the best, what did you instill the discipline? Okay, so like Sahel, I'm not gonna stand here and sit here and pretend that I'm the most disciplined man on the planet because there's times, trust me, I'm not disciplined, and it's not. We're all humans, right? At the end of the day, and anyone that tells you that they're disciplined 100% of the time, I don't believe them. I don't believe them because everyone, for whatever reason, something will happen. You could have a moment of madness, you could have a bad day, whatever. It's just what you do as the majority of the time. So I would say 85% of the time, I'm very, very disciplined. 15% of the time, it can be a little bit shaky. And, things that cause that stress, not fully focused, too many distractions, um, um, just those kind of things. So let's say do you have any personal goals? So let's say, I don't know. I mean, most people's, uh, when you're young enough and you're single and you don't have kids, your goals are very, very different. Yeah, it's probably all about traveling, building up a nest egg, or whatever it may be, and just having you want to have as much free time, travel the world as much as possible, because as soon as you've got kids and things like that, the amount of time that you can travel and when you can do it, you're restricted. So, holy shit, guys, we have we have we have a stranger in the house. Future Frankie is back. Have you just come back from Mars, pal? After all this looks a bit flash shine since yeah, flashing. Uh, so Frankie's back in the house. Welcome back, mate. So yeah, have some goals. So the goals could be like I don't know how old you are, and whatever, but I know when you get to a certain point, your goals will be maybe around security, creating a future for your children, what kind of path you want them to take. So, you know, if you want to be disciplined, then the best thing to do is say, right, every time you're about to place a trade, have a checklist. So, for example, if let's say we're doing a breakout. So this trade, where is it? Not that one, this one. So I'm looking for a breakout here, or I'm looking for a breakout here. I'm not looking to trade in the range. So if I'm looking for a breakout, I just go, right, what does my checklist look like? So I go over here, breakout short, pop that down there. Now I want to look for my breakout long, put that there. So now, whatever happens, I can cross-check my watch list, my checklist with the chart. And if it doesn't match each point, then I won't take the trade. So create some goals, have a checklist, and then ask yourself before you take the trade, even when you've done your checklist, um, even when you've done your checklist, ask yourself, is this a trade that's going to take me closer to my goal? Because sometimes, or further away, because sometimes your checklist can be ticked off, but you're ticking it off because you want to place a trade. Yes, I want to make this full-time, God willing, but firstly want to retire my wife as she goes on maternity in a month. Ah, okay. Look at that. Literally just talking about kids, and there you are. Your wife's going on maternity in a month. Okay, so look, Sahel, I know we were speaking on TikTok um, through messages. Um, there's a few members in here, so by all means, you can ask questions about the membership because the offer that we've got at the minute, I don't do that. Okay, so that for 50% off on the membership is just is it's unheard of. So Sahel, by all means, in the YouTube channel, ask anyone anything about the membership, and we run a very, very transparent group because there's multiple channels within the membership. So one is a two-way channel where the members can share, ask questions, do anything, share charts, ask me, ask Nolan, ask Adam questions. Then the other channels are all about recordings, live streams, trade setups, and trade ideas. Okay, so on that basis, we have to be very transparent because people can talk to one another in the group. If it was a terrible vibe and a terrible atmosphere, I don't think we would have had so many people stay for so long. Like some members have been with me over 7 years. But what I would say is, everything you do, if you want to retire your wife, you then got to work out, right, what does that look like? If I want to put that in physical money terms, what do I need to achieve over this maternity period? And, you know, you don't want to put too much pressure on yourself. Um, what you want to do is you want to create little goals. So my first hurdle for members is make $5 a day or £5 a day, depending where you're based, or €5 a day. It doesn't sound much, but if you can make €5 a day, you can make €50 a day. If you can make €50 a day, you can make 500. It's not about trading more, it's about scaling. So go to the gym, you pick up a 15 kg weight, you go, oh, that's too heavy. So you go down a weight. So in trading terms, that would be you starting with a 10 grand account and you go, oh, hold on a second, I'm losing too much money, or I don't know what I'm doing. You go back down to a 1K account. So then you start bench pressing your 10 kg and you go, okay, I'm getting used to this. Next thing you go, okay, right, let's go up to 15. Yep, I'm getting used to this. Okay, I'm doing more reps, I'm doing more sets. Fantastic. Right, we'll go up to 20. Yeah, I'm doing more reps, more sets. You go up to 25 and so forth. Trading is exactly the same. You don't do progressive overload until your results tell you otherwise. If you're on the declining path, then guess what? You just stay at the minimum risk. So my first challenge to everyone is you do your £5, you do your £5, you do your $5, and then it's not then about okay, I can do five, so let's try and do 10. So I'm going to do twice as many trades. No, what you do is you find the same one trade. You find the same one trade instead of doing 0.05 lots, you do zero point 0.1 lots. So you make you're still using that one shot. You're not trying to do two shots. You're doing one shot, but just a bigger bigger bullet, or you're looking for a bigger cake or a bigger thing to bring home. Yeah, so it's the same trade, it's the same amount of pips you're going for, it's the same everything. The only difference is the size of the lot. Nothing else is different. And the more confident you get, the more clarity you have. As you have more clarity, then you can start going down prop trading routes, things like that. So I always say start with your personal account. Personal account, show that you understand the process and you've seen some results. Then move to a prop account. When you've got your prop account, then you're going to get paid from that. Grow your personal account. Yeah, so Frankie got a payout on his proper counts. Peter Armon's had 2 payouts. Who else have we got in here? Peter Cole, I don't know if you had a payout, but you've definitely had a few passes. No, no, no. Uh, I think that's it in here right now that I can see. So let's see what's happening. Okay, we've got 3 minutes for 3 minutes for DAX. I think we're going to see it take off. So um, come on, DAX, get up there. Funded twice, but no payout. Okay, so Peter Cole, I'm expecting a payout from you now, sir. You're next, definitely. You're next because you've been sending out some really good charts. Germany. Uh, uh, who the hell's calling me from Germany? I'm on live stream. Custom. 1 second. Not too bad. Okay. Now I know who it is. Right. Gold, what's happening here? Nothing. DAX. 1 minute. We're going to see some flapping around in the next 15 minutes as the press conference from the ECB starts. Ooh, here we go. 15-minute. Okay. Right, a wick up on NASDQ and we can sell. Need a wick up? Wick up, please. Want this one to go up. If it goes up, we'll place a sell stop. Need it to go up. Will it go without us or will it go up? We need that top wick, guys. Need that top wick. Stephen Buckley, take the call. We all want to know who it is. Yeah. Probably someone off social media. Okay, looks like Naz is going to go without us. This is where the discipline comes in, guys. We wait. Need a top wick. Yes, we've got loads of free space, but I need a top wick. And if it goes, it goes. Now, what I will do is when, let's just say now it pops up and comes all the way up here. I will replace my entry back underneath the low of this candle. If it just drops in, then, so be it, it goes. But as it stands, I'm not doing anything. And how far has that moved now? About 7.5, 8 pips. It's gonna go. All right, let's stay away. Well, there you go. There it goes. 13 pips moving, and okay, no trade for me, guys. Look, I'll share with you so you can see there's no trade. No trade. So just let it do its thing. Oh dear me. Guys, if you're new onto this live stream, first and foremost, welcome. Be nice to know where you are from. Oops, sorry guys, just brought up Telegram chat by mistake. Hmm. Okay, turning. All right, let's see what's going on with the DAX. Are we getting a turn here yet? Okay, 30-minute chart. So in 11 minutes, guys, in 11 minutes, if this closes anything like this, we're going to have buys on the DAX. It'll be above these. Oh, pardon me. It's a fan rating. Come on, Frankie, you need to work harder. You've slipped down to number 3 now. Well, I guess I'm not quite sure how it works, to be fair, Frankie. It's something that's relatively new because I asked about it the other day. I was like, why have people got crowns and different numbers? I have no idea. So it was Vic that was saying it's something to do with the amount of times that they engage with oh, gold's pushing lower. Just not getting that. This is why. Ah, just not getting the pullbacks. Okay, I think we're gonna 10 minutes. Not sure. Let me see if we can see what's going on with the investing live. ECB Lagarde, what's she saying? Uh, In the first quarter, the economy grew more than expected. Survey data point to overall modest expansion. Higher tariffs and stronger euro are expected to make it harder for firms to invest. Strong labour market, rising real incomes, solid private sector balance sheet support consumption. Defence and infrastructure investment should bolster growth. Um, well, we shall see. Well, gold continued to make its move lower. We're going to be getting into a nice area for buyers to turn up, even if it is going to be the first like turning point before we get a lower high. We're pretty much in the zone, I would say, for buyers to step in. Yeah. What was unemployment data? Unemployment data came in better than forecast. I think right now we just, well, getting a little bit tedious here today, guys. We've been nearly an hour and not even getting close to getting a trade set up. My family just never learn. 1 o'clock till 2:30 every day. I'm on live stream. Every day they call between 1 and 2:30. Amazing. All right. Any questions, guys? Um, I just realized I was saying to Sahel, I was like literally talking about all goal setting and everything like that. I never said congratulations, bud. I'm wishing you all the best for your newborn. Is it your first, or will this be an addition to the family? Oh, it's number two, so it's not a new experience. You've already experienced the mayhem. What's the age gap? How old's your first? Bloody hell, Anna. Hello, darling. Yeah, you are late to the party. You've missed nothing. Ah, 3 years. Okay, so same as mine. Yeah, yeah. I understand why you're doing it now. Another year or two, and my God, it'd be completely out the swing. You don't want the gap to be too big either. Well, I hope everything goes well for mum and baby. and we get your trading off to a flyer. Yeah, it'd be just wait another another year or so, and I guess the eldest will start playing big sister or big brother, help alleviate some of the pressure from you and mum. Possible pullback on the NASDAQ. Yeah, exactly. Um, mm, you know, Anna, I'm kind of looking at NASDAQ for buys, in my opinion. Yes, we could sell below here. Um, but I don't know if there's just an opportunity to buy in at a lower price. So I want to see if we can get back above that level. Oh, sorry. So if we can close above this level, we've got potential false break. Then I'd want to see the market pull back down. It's getting close on broker data, actually. In fact, we're broker data I'm getting above. 3 minutes. I'm liking buys here, guys. I'm liking both indexes for buys, but only Nasdaq is probably going to set up. So Nasdaq's setting up. We've got 1 minute 20 seconds. And I would put the target way out the way for like on Nasdaq, because I think if we're going to get the pullback and we go, we'll probably go on to create new all-time highs again today. Can you change to MT4? Yeah, I will do as soon as I place an order. That's if it triggers. That's if we get a close above. We got 27 seconds. Then we have to wait for a wick down. So I don't want it to. We've got 17 seconds for it to close up here. If it goes straight up, we're not taking the trade, guys. So there we go. It's closed above. All right, I need a wick down. See it drop. It's dropping a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right, orders placed. Let's do TPs. Auto break even. Now, if we uh, if we go up and trigger from here, we'll bring our stop underneath the bearish candle low. Okay, so let's get, what's that? 32. All right, how many of you like the look of NASDAQ long, or how many of you would rather do NASDAQ short? There's no right or wrong answer here, guys. So it's just nice to know what your preference is. Kaylin, on. Uh, no, we're just waiting, guys. Yeah, Anna, look at that. Frankie is back in the house. Can you believe it? Where's he been? Where has he been? He's probably been out sailing all this time. All right. Stephen, why does it seem to move really fast in one direction and then the minute we place a trade, it slows down to snail's pace? Um, look, I mean, we in 27 minutes you're gonna have the open. So, look, if we haven't triggered in 10, 15 minutes, I'm gonna cancel this order because I don't want to be sat here through the open because the open might drop before it spikes or it might spike before it drops. So I want to be in it and risk free before the open. Uh, Gold doing nothing. DAX is dropping. So yeah, I will wait till 2:15, so in 11 minutes. If this hasn't triggered, I will cancel the order, and then we'll wait till after the open. Ugh. Yeah, maybe we get a breakout short on the DAX in 10 minutes. Or maybe it just goes back in the range. 10 minutes. See what's going on investing. Don't need that. The euro is low ahead of ECB rate. Okay. DAX is pushing down. If the DAX closes anything like this in the next 9 minutes, we could potentially have a setup on the DAX. But it has to close down. Now, I'm not bringing it up because I'm just staring at this NASDAQ chart. I'm just thinking because of how close we are getting to time on the open. Yeah, DAX is dropping hard. Now, is this going to be enough of a drop to attract buyers, or is it just going to panic them and it's going to keep the market selling hard? We shall see. This is why we always wait for the pullback on the next candle because it will keep us from getting tagged into false breakouts. But not sure this is going to be a false break, but you never know. On the DAX, we are 34 with basically 29 points below the level at the minute. So yeah, guys, like I say, I'm always intrigued to know what is everyone's biggest hurdle when it comes to trading. Time, capital, rules. It's lonely, so it's community. What's the biggest hurdle? I would like to think we can assist with most of the hurdles. Right, I'm just gonna get rid of the news on the DAX chart because it's just clutter. See, I'm thinking this on the Nasdaq is potentially a liquidity pool for the buyers to step in and break yesterday's high. That's what I'm seeing. So we get above here. I think we'll just rules and greed. Well, you've always been greedy, haven't you, pal? Now you've got rules, so you don't need to worry about rules. You've got rules. You're greedy with wine, greedy with another thing that begins with W. um, Lola, balancing the values of wins versus losses. So you mean your losses are bigger than your wins? There he is. He's back. So Lola, just explain a little bit more on what you're saying, balancing the values of wins versus losses. Will's Jez. Just Will is his son's name. My days. Okay, give it 4 more minutes and then let's full losses outweigh the value of the wins because of partial scaling wins. Okay, so you have to look at how you're managing your losses. Are you active trade management? So, for example, when you trigger, you bring in your stop up. If you have a candle that buys and then breaks its own low, are you closing half off? And what's your success rate? So, in theory, your success rate, when with active trade management, you should be profitable. Yeah. Now, this morning, especially when taking trades with trend, you can give them a little bit more bang for the buck. Go for 15 pips. But there was a period through I think it was back end of June. I was not being great at active trade management. So it will make a massive difference if you are very active when it comes to trade management. So if you're buying and then you get a bearish candle close half the position. If you're buying and price went down, created a bottom wick, and then goes up, moves higher, move your stop loss underneath the low, or if it then breaks its own low again, close half off. You know, you can always give the trade a second opportunity. Just make sure when you are trading, you're following price and letting price dictate to you how you manage it, not your emotions. Because as I said earlier, the thing that the human brain wants to do when it comes to trading is you don't want to take losses. You don't want to close half off. Why? Because you've actually solidified the loss. Human brain doesn't want to do it. Human brain will go, let's move the stop loss further away. Let's do all the things where we don't have to take pain until ultimately the pain's too bad. You have to either close it or the broker closes it because you got into margin call. Uh, uh, all right, one more. 1 second. Um, okay. Fenton, I use layers or many small trades for a single trade. How will Magic Keys handle multiples like that? It won't. So when you say you're having multiple trades, are you buying all at the same price or all at different prices? So if if Fenton, if you just let me know, slightly different. Is that because you can't get them all physically entered at the same time, or you buy more as it drops, buy more as it drops, buy more as it drops? Okay, so you're trading like a grid method. Yeah, it won't work. Yeah, it won't work. Are you changing the lot size as it goes down? Oh my days, what a slow day. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Uh, damn it. Ah, right. Should be. Listen, ignore that for now. Okay, damn it, didn't get me. I thought I'd placed it in time, so I missed it. I'm just gonna leave it there for a second. Ah, yeah. Anyway, I'll leave it there for 1 second. We'll see if it. In fact, let's close it. I don't want to get caught and it going back up. Okay, if you got it, guys, well done. I didn't. I was too busy looking at NASDAQ. You missed it too. Yeah, Sahel, I changed when Trump came into power last time. I was getting annoyed with swing trading as the market was completely reversing, and I'd be in a trade, and next thing you know, it completely reverses, and a tweet came out. All right, we've got 12 minutes now for the open. In fact, I have to go in. Jesus, I literally can't stay for the open. Ah, yeah, sorry, I've just seen your message now. I wasn't sure if you departed the live stream, which is why I was replying. I've just sent you the WhatsApp number so you can grab me afterwards. Um, if we weren't coming right into the open right now, buys above here is sound. But God, how am I going to do this? How can I? You know what, guys? I've had a great day so far. I know we've not had anything here to trade, but DAX look good. So in theory, you stop now. You should be risking about 13 pips. Tiny stop on the DAX. You should be pretty much risk-free now on the DAX. What about what about People's Bank of China? Short on NASDAQ. Um, nah. Yeah, no, if you want to trade NASDAQ short, wait for a close underneath here. New support formed. Wait for it to break and close below. Wait for a wick up. Look maybe to. Obviously, you've got that wick to work with as well, which is only 16 pips. It's all right. Yeah, you. I was gonna say I don't think anyone cottoned onto what I was saying, but I know you just seen it now. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, guys. Look, I'm gonna call it a day now. There's no more trades for me today. I'm gonna be done for the week now. There's no. Uh, you know what? If we get plenty of engagement and comments today on the live stream, I might do one in the morning before I go see family. If um, Guys, remember tomorrow is the last day of the 50% off on the annual. So if you want it, reach out because it will be gone and I won't do that again. Okay? So It works out less than £1.50 a day. £1.50 a day. So if you want to be part of a team, guys, and you like what you see so far, then it's a great, great opportunity for you to take advantage of it. All right, team. Frankie, lovely to have you back. Fenton, take care, bud. Anna, Kaylin, Commander-in-Chief, Peter Armand, Sahel. Who else have I seen chatting? Vic, Lola, Jez. Oh, I didn't see you in there. Farron, Tiff Farrington. Who else have I missed? I know there's a few that I've missed. Peter Cole, Stephen Buckley. He's sunning himself up on the Bermudan beaches. Cyprian, see you, pal. All right. So, guys, like I said, last few hours, about 36 hours, but maybe I'll do a live stream for you tomorrow. I might do a live stream for you tomorrow, first thing before I shoot off. So if you want an early one, it'll be about 6:30 UK time. I want to see some comments. If you're up for that, it will be 6:30 tomorrow morning. If you want a live stream, then I need you to comment after the live stream's finished. Just put a comment, yeah, I want a 6:30 a.m. session tomorrow. If we get plenty of comments and likes, I'll do it. Fenton will stay up. Love it. All right, guys, take care. Have a good one. And watch NASDAQ for longs. I think we're going to pop. Bye, guys. Have a good one.